So a lot of us, we use home remedies, and I'm not saying, definitely, I'm not saying that home remedies are the prevalence of any chemistry medication. I'm definitely not saying that. But I think home remedies can be more effective than some people can think. And no, please don't take this out of context, or overread onto it. I'm not saying that home remedies will substitute medication in any illness, and definitely not in coronavirus. I'm not saying that at all. But if you are not clear, you sometimes I think, in a call, like for instance, when someone have a call, I think some home remedies can be quite effective, and I think it have been quite strong problems in the last decades, or especially the last few years, about the use of medication, overuse, and misuse as well, whether it's deliberate or not. I mean, in recreational, or or maybe out of information, but it have been a lot overuse of medication. Have been massive problems of overuse of opium derived medication from opium, like cocodamol or something similar, hydrocodone, and also even worse, antibiotics. And why is that? Because the overuse of analgesia, it will affect more. The impact is more like in yourself, because your pain tolerance decrease when you start using more analgesia, but definitely more opium derivatives, such what I say, cocodamol. But with antibiotics, the problem is a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger, because what happens with overuse of antibiotics is that the use of antibiotics, or the overuse of antibiotics for some people, can affect virus resistance, and that will affect to everyone. So it have been in the last quite a few years this encouraged for people to no use antibiotics, and I definitely understand that. I definitely, honestly, I have seen it. I have seen people using antibiotics. Well, I heard things that I'm not gonna say it here, because I think they are not legal. They are not legal, and I think they were absolutely wrong, completely wrong. But it's not something I could do anything about it, because it's not anyone that I have control on, and I couldn't do anything, and I thought, but I definitely thought that they were doing the wrong thing for them definitely, but for everyone as well, And I'm very strong supporter or believer of natural how you call it, natural treatment, therapies, natural therapies. Sorry. No, definitely never I will say that will substitute medication. No, never I will say that. But I do believe that a lot of foods, or some foods, have very good properties, very, very beneficial properties. And honey have this antibiotic component, I think. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure, because I'm not much of a honey user myself. But I'm more like a garlic garlic user. I do believe garlic is a very good have a very good antibiotic properties that can be used for for some kind of uh, illnesses. Not for everything, of course, not for everything. Um, and then honey have this antibiotic kind of properties. Um, this benefits on health as well, in the immune system, apparently, and and they were I saw a video, and they were using it in hospitals, I believe, and especially in wounds as well, and they were using it in wounds. And there is I haven't seen anyone to use honey, from a jar in wounds, but there is plasters that have honey on it. I never use it myself, but I know they have this healing property with a tissue wound, healing. So that's the one of the use for honey. Definitely it's very nice to have it as well. The taste is a food after all, and I love honey with yogurt works very well, but especially with carb. I think carb is what I call we say in Spanish is cuajada. When I look the translation, it say carb. I hope is the right word. I don't know. I never. I eat a lot of cuajada, but I never bought with the name carb. So I have to buy it. I have to buy it one day because I didn't even know that maybe I have seen carb and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was more like a fresh soft cheese, so I never bought it. But now that I know, so there you go. At least this video is helping me in the sense that I know that I find there is cuajada here. And they have been always on the market, so I didn't know, And so with carb, that is what I think is cuajada is really works really well. And I love it. I'm sure people use for many things. I remember one of my auntie used it for making like flan, like sweet, like pudding kind of thing, but flan. And she made very nice flan. I remember at least once. I'm sure she made more than that, but I remember I was surprised how nice was that flan kind of pudding. She says she used honey. And it was really, it was very, I don't know, very creamy, I would say. But yeah, in the same, very smooth. That's the word. Yeah, it wasn't creamy. The word I was looking for. It's smooth, really smooth taste and texture. And I think, and she said she used a lot honey, and it was lovely. So there you go. Maybe you can try it. Maybe I can try one day. I would like to try and make something like that. But I have to say I'm very erratic with my cooking, so I'm not sure I can manage to make something like that, because it was quite spot on, that one. Really nice. And yeah, as I say, honey can be really. It's a superfood, definitely. It's a superfood, and it's I would say it's very health beneficial. Using it in a diet. But then there is this problem about bees that are disappearing. Apparently they are disappearing because of the contamination in the air, which I think is quite crazy, quite crazy, because we always hear about mammoth, this thing many years ago. There is a lot of other animals that are in the risk of extinction because of the human living, But to think that something so small, we are even invading their natural habit, and we are destroying their natural habit, It's quite something that we don't think. I knew that. I knew that a few years ago, like maybe, I don't know, let's say maybe 5 years, I don't know exactly. But I heard about it a few years ago. Not many, to be honest, not many. And people maybe, if they hear me saying that, like, well, where have you been? It hasn't happened for the last 50 years. But I didn't know, I'm sorry. But I heard it maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I kind of forgot, to be honest. But and I heard more recently, like maybe a couple of years ago, more recently, But yeah, before that, as I say, it's nothing that will never cross my mind, that we were at the risk of losing bees, I just watched this program because I thought I couldn't find the program I looked before, and I thought it's a shame that I can show you the program I want to show. And I was looking about other programs that I wanted to show, and I found this program. The name is Why Are Bees Important? And it's a question, and it's from Eco Sapien. So the title is Why Are Bees Important? From Eco Sapien. And in this video, they show different reasons why the RB is important. So the clue is in the title. But even I have watched a few videos of bees. I was surprised of the reasons why. And there is different reasons why they are important. I'm gonna mention one that I never even imagined, and is that apparently they are used in crime. Because apparently their sense of smell is so powerful, so strong, that they can identify where the trigger of a criminal, where the criminals are, basically, to find the criminals for the smell, So there you go, So there is more. There is a lot more. I don't want to list, the what is on the video, because it wouldn't be fair. But watch it. Definitely, it's very interesting. Very interesting. The problem with the honey as well. The problem with the honey is that honey have to be as natural as possible, It's like everything, As less processed, the better, But it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Almost impossible. I'm sorry to tell you, it's almost impossible to find genuine, good honey on the market at the moment. And even though sometimes they sell it as a Real, I don't know the name in English, but I think it's something very similar, which is the best quality, I think maybe it's from the Queen Bee, I think. Even that was just fake, really, They maybe, apparently they are giving bees sugar, to produce more of their natural honey production, And let's face it, honey is sweet as well as sugar, but sugar, there is no many properties in sugar, So apparently the honey that produce these bees that are giving sugar are less, they lose the beneficial, the health benefits, And apparently it was a few years ago, and I'm gonna mention the country because I think it's important to know what's happening in the world. But I'm not saying the name because I think it's the only country that have this problem, because I'm sure there's other countries that fake good honey. I'm sure that happened. It's just because that is something that was in the papers and they have been in the reported, in consum how you call it? Well, it was a product that was banned on the market, and it was coming from China apparently. But as I'd say China because that's what was in the information I found, but I'm sure there's other countries and other places, or other places at least, that have fake honey, because in every kind, there is people everywhere around the world that is very keen to find any ways to make money, despite to be something, that is fake. But just to make aware people, that is you are buying and paying money for good honey, even though you are paying good money, maybe it's not a good honey because, as I say, it's this produced from these bees that are giving sugar. This is not, it doesn't have this benefits, So it's something to be aware, because the more we are aware that things need to be done properly, it's important for everyone, for the part of our responsibility as well, because if I know how difficult it is to produce something with a high standards, I will be more willing to pay a higher price, and I think a lot of this is coming from everyone wanting to find cheaper prices, to be honest. So I think we have a lot of responsibility, on this, and I think we need to learn that quality production is something that have a cost, a financial cost. So we need to be accepting that. And I'm not talking about, you just spend your money. No, I don't have money for honey. But if I find good honey and I can pay it, I will maybe buy one in a year, why not, because if I buy bad quality honey, which I do, but knowing this is about quality, and I don't do it for the benefits has the benefit, but for the taste, that's fine too, and that's what I do. I buy the honey because I like the taste. But I know there is no benefits, but we expect the benefits, and we want good quality to be real. You need to be real. If you are paying for good quality, then you want good quality. And if you are selling good quality, even though it's cheaper, you still expect good quality because they are saying they are selling good quality. So it needs to be not fake. Fake is not good. So, it have a cost, and is they are manipulating this production of honey, it loses the benefits, and it's a shame, I don't know what's going on in my phone. It's making noises, but I don't know exactly why. But at the moment, I think it's still filming. And it's more than 40 minutes already. Wow. I didn't expect to be talking so much about nothing really. So that was one point about the honey. We need to be more to avoid any kind of fake production. If you are making something that is a substitute for honey, that's fine, but you cannot sell it as a good honey. That's all, okay? And the separation, how disappearing, of the bees, that's another problem that is, a link to this, how difficult. And there is other reasons why bees are important apart from detecting, helping with crime detection, is that also flowers, I think, it wouldn't be flowers or some types of flowers at least, and there is some plants as well that are using for to feed the air, the earth, to feed the land, and those plants as well. There is some type of plant that will disappear as well. Flowers, I think at some point I thought every flower, but maybe not. But hopefully I'm wrong. But at least some flowers, I'm sure, will disappear because they cannot produce. That's the way they produce, with the bees, going from flower to flower, and then the pollination, and so yeah, that's the video that I cannot find, and I thought was very good video, was this video that was trying to bring the bees back, and they were getting bees in cities, in buildings, in the top of buildings, and I thought it doesn't sound right to me. But the good positive thing about this is that it seems to be working. And they were studying the bees, whether they were copying to be in the city, and also is the honey they were producing was good quality as well, and apparently was within healthy range, that the bees were living quite, were quite, I don't know if they were quite happy. I don't know. The research was that significant, but for what they say in the video, the bees seems to be managing. They seem to be managing, and the honey seemed to be quite within the quality range, or the standards, maybe no, definitely they found a slightly different, but apparently it was still within the range, of being the benefits and good quality. So yeah, I will still be be cautious about that, because